Plan Commission for September 5th is called to order. All members of the commission are here with the exception of Mayor Ongert, who is excused and has asked me to chair the meeting for tonight. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the August 1st meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under development proposals, we have first ZPU 23-004, which is a public hearing for a zoning amendment for approximately 14.75 acres to add a PUD planned unit development overlay district at 245 Sand Drive. The applicant is West Bend Senior Partners. And after that, we will have the site plan that will result from that approval, or presumed approval, which is site plan 23-08, a site plan for 12 multifamily senior living buildings totaling 54 units located south of Sand Drive and south of 245 Sand Drive, also by West Bend Senior Partners. Jim?
Thank you. So West Bend Senior Partners LLC has submitted a zoning amendment and also a revised site plan for consideration tonight. The zoning amendment is to be over the 14.75 acres of land. The Plan Commission previously approved a site plan for a 115-unit senior housing facility along with the 54 unit 55 and older development back in November of last year. The Plan Commission also earlier this year approved a certified survey map creating the two parcels for this development, one for the senior living and then also one for the senior housing facility. So this PUD request is for both of those properties. Since this development was originally designed as one development, they shared a lot of common elements within this area for the visitor parking, private utilities for sewer and storm sewer, along with stormwater management facilities and access between this development. So the PUD overlay district would help facilitate the development of the project as it was originally designed for. Developers agreements for both of these parcels also have been executed, basically defining the site improvement requirements, the building schedules, and the operational requirements. Everyone within 200 feet of the property were notified of the public hearing. Staff received one general inquiry regarding the PUD and also the site plan. For the site plan component side, the majority of the site plan has remained the same. The road layout, the building layout, and the configurations for the development for both portions have virtually remained the same. The really only difference between this is actually the architectural buildings. The buildings have been changed to a two-car garage style building pad. The building footprint has increased a little bit, but overall the layout of the site has remained the same from the original approval. One thing to note on the building plan change is that the driveway locations in front of the driveways are now about 16 feet deep from the roadway to the building face, so parking within the driveways would need to be restricted for this, not to impede into the drive aisles of the private roads. The building materials and the building styles of the house, again, have pretty much been the same materials with the hardy plank siding. They did do an alternate with the vinyl siding, just like the previous approvals. But again, the building footprints have changed due to the building size and styles for that. The utilities themselves are shared for the sanitary sewer, for the storm sewer, along with the road pattern. The only difference with the utilities is that a second water main has been added for the multifamily buildings to serve that, since under the Public Service Commission rules is you can't serve multiple parcels on a one single private main. Staff would recommend approval of the both the site plan and the zoning amendment with the listed conditions.
Thanks, Jim. So first, we'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone here who would like to speak for or against the proposed zoning amendment?
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Any discussion? Those in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried. We'll take a motion now on the zoning amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the zoning amendment only at this point. Any discussion? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Now we have SB 23018, which is the site plan. I'll take a motion to get it on the floor.
Move to approve the site plan.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I had one question. I was just curious, the elevations, that cultured stone, is that, what's the elevation of that, height of that? It looks different than I thought it did last time, like less stone. It looks like it's only like 2 feet. Is that accurate?
It's right underneath. That's actually the way that it was last time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time it might have been 3 feet, but just under.
Anything else? All right, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Next, we have a conditional use permit and site plan, CU 23-006, a public hearing for a request for a conditional use permit to allow for a pedestrian bridge over Silver Creek and other trail improvements for the Ice Age Trailway between 2375 and 2395 West Washington and the land south to Ridge Run Park. The applicant is the city of West Bend.
Thank you. So the Ice Age Alliance, or Ice Age Trail Alliance, has submitted a conditional use permit on behalf of the city to construct a pedestrian bridge over Silver Creek and then also some other trail improvements for the Ice Age Trail within the floodplain wetland districts. In accordance with our zoning code, conditional use permit is required for any structure to be located within the floodway areas. The Ice Age Trail Alliance group is proposing to construct a 50-foot long pedestrian bridge crossing over Silver Creek, and also approximately 150 feet of boardwalk is proposed to extend south to transition to the at-grade trails that exist throughout that parcel. A floodplain analysis report was prepared and certified by the applicant's engineer, stating that the boardwalk improvements along with the bridge would not change the floodplain elevation or have a negative effect to the floodway. The bridge has also been certified to withstand the flood velocities as required by the Federal Emergency Management Agency for flood protection. All property owners within 200 feet have been notified of the public hearing. Staff received one general inquiry today, expressing no concerns in regards to the conditional use. Staff would recommend approval with the conditions listed.
Motion to approve.
Oh, we have to do a public hearing first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak to the conditional use permit? All right, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing then.
Second?
And there's a motion and a second. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Now we'll take a resolution or a motion for the conditional use.
Motion to approve.
Okay. Justice? Motion and a second. Who was the second? Okay. Any discussion? Yes.
I know this came before the Park and Rec Commission last month, and it was unanimously approved to go ahead with this, and it seemed like a no-brainer since it was going to be funded by the Ice Age Trail Alliance, so.
Thanks. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. And now we need a motion. Did you have anything more to say about the site plan, Jim?
No, the site plan was pretty much the same information.
So I'll take a motion on the site plan.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion about the site plan? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And finally, we have a site plan approval, Site Plan 23-019, a site plan for a 3,024 square foot cold storage building located at 820 North River Road by Schloemer Family LLC.
Thank you. This site plan is for a cold storage building, 3,024 square feet. This is just located just north and west of the main building off of River Road there. The property is zoned M2 heavy industrial, which does allow for the storage operations to occur. Site access and parking needs will not change, and no additional parking is needed based off of the proposed site plan. A stormwater management plan was originally approved for the development, and stormwater management amendment is required prior to the issuance of a building permit. The grades on the site, for the most part, will only be modified around the building location to provide drainage around that building to the on-site catch basins for the development. The architectural building elevations will consist of a metal building, a vertical siding panel, 5 foot 4 inch split face block masonry banding will be used on the lower portion of the building that would be visible from River Road. The rest of the building sides will have a vertical wainscoting to accent the lower portion of the remaining portions of the building on the northwest and south sides. The exact colors of the building were not specified, but staff would recommend as a condition that the building either match the existing buildings or be compatible with the existing buildings. Staff would recommend approval with the listed conditions.
Thanks, Jim. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion about this item? All right. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Seeing as though no further business for the Plan Commission, I adjourn by the call of the chair.